Hi, and welcome to Alaska, not in the Philippines. Currently in Thailand. Today I thought I'd talk about best places to live or stay when you're visiting here in Hua Hin. I'm not a guru on it or nothing. I've stayed in a few different locations around here, pretty much but in the same location. I've stayed at different buildings and apartments and condos, like 3 or 4 of them now. So when you drop in, Hua Hin's just one big main drag of a 3-lane highway going in each direction. All the way follows the beach, seems like forever, but it does get away from the beach eventually in certain areas. But along through town, it's all along the beach, one giant strip of 2 3-lane highways. And off that, if you go to the beach, ocean side, the ocean's really close, usually within like 100 yards of the road, the main road, and it's all plastered with condos and expensive resorts and hotels. They all have most of the beachfront bought up, and you can't access the beach through the condos. This one, they let them through. Surprisingly, they let people go through. Pretty nice of them. But most of the others, they won't allow it at all. They'll turn you around. They have a guard right at the gate. They do here too. But here goes the sirens. Be careful driving. That's a warning right there. Be careful on your scooters. But yeah, and then all the condos are along the beach, but they have what they call sois. They're just paved. They call them sois. They're alleyways, sort of, but they're actually the roads, the streets. They're all paved. There's no dirt, gravel roads here at all. It's all paved. And usually from the pavement, they have walls on each side where people live, and each person will have a wall gated community, and it's just right up against the wall. Some of these roads are really narrow. If one car comes down, you got to literally back up against the wall to let it pass, and it's right by your toes. They're so small, and a lot of them, but thankfully there's not a bunch of traffic on it. So just the main strip has all the traffic, and that's most of the traffic. You go on the side streets and it's very little, unless it's a train crossing. There's railroad tracks that run alongside the road all the way up to ground railroad tracks, and then they have an above rail system going above too. So you have to cross the ground tracks, and there's only certain areas the road crosses those train tracks, and that funnels all the traffic through them. And they're kind of dangerous. You got to really be careful, especially walking through them, man. They might have an intersection coming this way, one this way, and the 2 traffic going this way. No stop sign. Everybody just goes, and you got to watch it and be careful getting through that train track crossing. That's only the one places I really worry about is those. But yeah, so then you have the condos along the beach and these sois that go in, and they're small, narrow roads. Here and there, you have to find where they are. And then you have access right to the main beach, and it's a real nice beach and everything. But that's mostly in that area. And then you got the malls you got 2 malls, one about a mile apart from the other. About a mile, or not even a mile maybe. Yeah, about a mile, probably. Mile and a half maybe. I'm not sure on directions, but yeah, and you can walk easily to either of them in about 15 minutes. If you're in the middle between them, you could walk to either. And that's kind of where I am right now. I'm about in the middle of them. And that allows me to walk to either mall, and then I'm real close to the beach too. So I'm on the roads. I'm on the main road actually, and on the beach side. So that's actually the best place to be. And those are hard to get and expensive usually. This one I lucked into a room. Oh, and a quick update on this room. I am going to move, but it's going to be to a better room here. I'm going to try another room, same price. We'll see how that works at the end of the month. So I don't have to move out. I'm going to move into the different, better room. It's pretty nice compared to what I've seen, or compared to what I'm living in. But anyway, yeah, that main drag, if you can get anywhere in between them malls or near either end of the malls, you're pretty close to the action. There's markets, night markets and stuff, and there's some action at night, and it can be noisy, but once you get away from that main road, anywhere inland off the main road, it's usually nice and quiet, except Soi 94. Soi 94 is the main, that's in between the 2 malls again, that goes inland, and crosses the tracks down there. So that's where all the massage and bars are. It's just packed with massage parlors and bars. The whole thing, the whole strip goes for a mile or so. And then it actually, if you follow the road down and follow it, it turns into a night market, a nice food court night market where everybody gathers and they have a nice band and everything. So that's Soy 94. But that gets noisy. I lived on Soy 94 off of it, 2 blocks inland from Soy 94, off of Soy 94, 2 blocks. And it was nice and quiet there. It really was quiet. You could hear the bands at certain times, like Halloween, they had a band or a DJ come in and it got real loud. I could hear it 2 blocks away. But other than that, you can once in a while you can hear the bars, but not too bad. For where I was, it was pretty quiet. And almost any place off of the main road, you're going to hear traffic and sirens. So off the main road is always best if you can, just a little ways off, and it gets nice and quiet right away. You walk down, when I walk off that road, that main road, and start walking to where I stayed at the room Hua Hin residence. If you can look at it at Google, you'll see where it is. And there's a bunch of other condos right in that neighborhood too, so you could pick a good one in there, and it'd be nice and quiet. Usually, you hear a little bit of the bars from Soy 94, but not depending on what side of the building your room is on too. If you're on the other side, I just had a nice big meadow with horses and cows and everything. It was great. It got to be where I was getting mosquito bit up in there, so it was a consideration. But yeah, so anywhere off Soy 94. I mean, if you're just arriving to live permanently, that's a tourist area, and you don't want to live there permanently, and that was not my goal, to live in this direct area. It's real busy with a lot of foreigners, a lot of traffic on the main road, but the malls and everything are close. So when you just drop into the country and you need everything close by and easy to get to, where you can actually walk to it, like where I am in the middle, I can walk to either mall easily, and I do it every day. I'll walk to one or the other to get something to eat for dinner in the evening. One of the malls also has the immigration office in it, so if you could just walk down to the immigration office and you go downstairs in the mall and there's the immigration. It's real easy peasy. That's just a small immigration office where you can get like the 30-day extension and stuff. If you need more, you might have to go out to the other main branch. I've never been to that one yet. Or hire a visa agent. That's what most do too. But yeah, that's another thing. Soy 94 has 2 visa agents on it too, and they're both, one of them's real good. Anna's is one I was talking to. I'd recommend, my friend recommended her to me. She knows them, and everybody else said they do good. Anna's Visa. I don't get affiliated with them or not, and I haven't used them either. I'm just gonna use them, so I don't have any direct. But I met them and talked to them, and they were willing to help me out quite a bit. And a friend of my friend, so she knew him too and verified for him. But anyway, yeah, so that's being near in between these 2 malls, you have access to the immigration or the visa agents right there. And then there's all the malls are close by, and that's where the shopping for food is too. There's not a lot of supermarkets like you think. There's 7-Elevens if there's something you want, and the 7-Elevens sell about everything. They sell a lot of stuff that you wouldn't imagine, but it's a lot of Asian foods that you're not going to eat probably too. But yeah, they have a lot of variety, but you won't find peanut butter, simple things like that, you know. But yeah. So yeah, there's a 7-Eleven everywhere, but that ain't really grocery shopping. So when you need to go grocery shopping, you have to be near either of these malls. As far as I know, I'm sure there's other places around too, in the other ends of town. I haven't been to them, but around here, the malls are the only places that one has a Lotus, and they're good. They have a variety of everything, all cheeses and meats and steaks and hams and everything you would want Western food-wise. They have it. You're gonna pay for it though. It's real expensive. They sell cheese by the slice. There'll be like a pack with 4 slices of cheese for $3 or $4. So be prepared. Some of it, yeah, it's all pretty expensive as far as foreign, because it's imported, I guess, and there's taxes and duties. So yeah, they have the French wines. They have every selection of beer you could think of. Really, if you're coming from a country, I bet you they have your beer here in the Lotus Market right there in the mall, and that's at Market Village Mall. And in the other end of the mall is Blueport Mall. That's the other mall at the other end, going down south of town, going in the south direction. They call it a Blue Port Mall, and then they got some kind of like Whole Foods. They're remodeling it right now, but they have all kinds of really good fruits, and they sell some cooked foods. And both of the malls have a food court where you gotta buy a card, and you get so much, you put some money on it. It's like a debit card, and then you go to all these food stalls and you tap your card and pay for it with this card. I've never done it in either malls, but they have just tons of rows of Thai food and every kind of food you could think of. And I've never used it yet, but yeah, it's a big selection of foods. If you got one of them cards, you just go eat there, and it's real cheap. A lot of the dishes are like 60 baht, which is $1.50, you know. So there's a lot of cheap eats. A lot of Thais eat there. They're really packed with Thais. School kids all show up for lunch there. It's just packed with kids in the afternoon, or after school too. It's pretty popular. So yeah, you got that, and then you got night markets nearby too. In the evening, they got the Chang Beer Festivals, and that'll be the Singha Beer Festival. They just keep changing it out during New Year's. They'll think of another holiday. They just took it down again last night, or yesterday. It was gone again, so they're probably going to change it to something new. I hope the suckling pig comes back. I really liked eating that every day. That was really good. But anyway, yeah, and then also hospitals. You got hospitals right there. Actually, I have a hospital right in, it's near Soi 94, the Bangkok Hospital. That's the big expat one with the best care. And then you go down the road, and it's just even another mile, and there's another hospital down there. And then there's another hospital out on the other town about 5 miles. So yeah, you're right in the area where, in case you needed some medical care, you'd be really close to it. And there's barber shops, there's all kinds of restaurants. You would never be hurting for food. There's all kinds of street food around Soi 94 area too. Right on Soi 94, there's a lot of food carts all up and down that, you know, for the drinking establishments. So you can pick up street food all over, and there's all kinds of restaurants. Just unbelievable amount of businesses, restaurants, hotel, you know, and they all have restaurants and stuff. So it's just, you're spoiled for choice for food. That would probably be in any part of town, I'm thinking, but yeah, especially here too. But then again, you have the malls to shop and get your groceries, and then the night markets or fast food markets around. There is McDonald's right there at Market Village has a McDonald's and a Burger King and a Starbucks. The Blue Port Mall has a Starbucks and a Burger King and a Kentucky Fried Chicken. There's no McDonald's there. They have a coffee club. There's just all kinds of coffee shops in there. And along the roads too, there's coffee shops. All kinds of, you can find drinking establishments anywhere you go to. I'm not in a real drinking establishment area. There's just kind of hotel condos and stuff, but you get off, like I say, into Soi 94, and it's all drinking establishments and massage parlors. And there's massage parlors mixed in all over town. It ain't like there's a red light district, especially, although Soi 94 would be considered it for this area. Other than that, and it's all acceptable. They don't think of it as some sleazy prostitute area or nothing, and it don't seem to be that. It just seems to be a rows of massage parlors where the ladies will catcall you, trying to get you to come over and get a massage. I don't know what goes on. I haven't got one yet, but they all list their prices, and they're legit. They seem to be legit. I don't know, like I say, but yeah, there's rows of them, and then once you get past the rows of those, then you get into the rows of bars, and there's still massage parlors. Or there could be along the main strip of road, there's massage parlors all in there too, indoor bars along there and clubs and stuff. There really is spoiled for choice around here. And it's not one big red light district. It's just massage parlors mixed in with high-end mansions, and it's a weird mix of buildings and culture. The culture's mostly all different people, half probably different foreigners, and then half Thai, I would say. That's what I see, or probably more Thais, but it seems like a lot of foreigners to me. But anyway, yeah, like I say, if you're looking for coming here, I'd say try to get into an area around Soi 94, but not right on it. They have hotels and condos right on it too. A B2 hotel is where I stayed when I first came to the country. I came from Bangkok and I stayed at B2 Hotel. And from B2 Hotel, I could walk around and check the condos. You can literally walk from condo to condo. And if it's at low season, you get spoiled for choice. You can go into a condo and ask them, and they'll give you a monthly deal. They were all pretty empty, and you could get a room. But come around November, end of November, you better have a room for the next 4 months, because by then they sell out. I was surprised it did. But everything's sold out and it's booked up, and now guys that are coming here have to stay out of town a ways. They're not finding rooms in town here. So yeah, I hear it'll slow down again. There's telling me around mid-March it'll slow down again. So it's pretty, next month hopefully it'll slow down again and rooms will open up. But if you're coming here, be sure to have room in advance. If you're coming in December, January, February, and probably March, kind of look and see how the bookings look. If there's space available, then it's okay, and then you're good for the rest of the time. But yeah, those high season months, you better have a place booked. And I learned that this year. I lucked out to even find this place again after getting chased out of that place. So yeah, you really have to have a room. And this is a good area to start in. Start in Soi 94, because everything, like I said, your visa agents, your immigration, your hospitals, everything, the beach, everything you want to do, plenty of restaurants. From there, you can then radius out, and you'll see more of the town and get a little further away from the action if that's what you want, or a little closer to the action if that's what you want. But anyway, I don't know everything here. I've been here like 5 months, I think now, or something like that. So. I really haven't reached out either. I'm so content with just this area. That's the thing, you got everything you need right here. I really don't have to look around for much, although seeing the temples and stuff is a good thing. Well, anyway, that'll help you if you're coming, to just give you a touchdown area, to just a random place to touch down, so you'll know that this area you can provide you with walking distance of what you're going to need if you're trying to get a start here. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. Well, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.